Good day. Today we'll be taking a look into the physiology of exercise. In this session, we'll be diving into concepts such as the basics of exercise physiology, immediate physiological responses to exercise, long term physiological adaptations to regular exercise, psychological and health benefits of exercise, and lastly, practical tips and motivational messages. With that in mind, let's begin. What is exercise physiology? Exercise physiology is both a basic and applied science that describes, explains, and utilizes the body's responses to acute exercise and its adaptations to chronic training. Understanding exercise physiology is crucial as it helps us optimize physical performance, prevent or manage diseases and injuries, and restore optimal physical function, health, and wellness. With that in mind, let's go over the idea of homeostasis. When we exercise, our body stimulates the sympathetic nervous system, which triggers an integrated response to maintain homeostasis. This means balancing our body's physical, metabolic, respiratory, and cardiovascular systems to meet the increased demands of exercise. Let's now move on to energy systems. Exercise can be categorized into two main energy systems. The first energy system is known as aerobic exercise. These are endurance type exercises like running or cycling, where our heart and breathing rates increase over a sustained period of time. Aerobic exercises are fantastic for improving cardiovascular health and also provide significant mental health benefits. The next energy system is known as anaerobic exercise. These involve short, intense bursts of activity like weightlifting or sprinting. Anaerobic exercises are great for building muscular strength and power and also contribute to cardiovascular health. Lastly, let's go over muscle contraction. Muscle contraction is the process that allows us to move. When we apply a progressive force to our muscles over time, they adapt by becoming stronger and more efficient. This adaptation is key to improving physical performance and functional capacity. Immediate physiological responses to exercise. During exercise, the cardiovascular system adapts by increasing both heart rate and stroke volume, elevating cardiac output to deliver more oxygen to active muscles. This rise in heart rate correlates with the intensity of the workout, sometimes nearing maximum levels. Blood pressure also increases temporarily due to heightened systemic vascular resistance, ensuring efficient circulation despite increased demands. Blood flow is redirected, prioritizing active skeletal muscles and the skin for heat dissipation, facilitated by increased cardiac output. Concurrently, the respiratory system responds to exercise by accelerating breathing rate and depth to meet the elevated oxygen demand and carbon dioxide production. Resting breathing rate of about 15 breaths per minute can surge up to 40 to 60 breaths per minute during intense exercise, with air intake volume rising from 12 liters per minute at rest up to 100 liters per minute. Maximal oxygen uptake, critical for endurance, sets the upper limit for sustained exercises, facilitating efficient muscle function and work production. In the musculoskeletal system, muscle contraction during exercise relies on adenosine triphosphate, or ATP in short, with actin and myosin filaments interacting within sarcomeres. ATP primes myosin heads for binding with actin, initiating the power stroke upon the release of inorganic phosphate, causing sarcomere shortening and muscle contraction. Energy production during exercises involves three pathways, the first of which is ATP-PC system. It provides immediate energy for short bursts of activity by breaking down phosphocreatine to regenerate ATP quickly. Next is glycolysis. Anaerobically breaks down glucose to produce ATP, supporting moderate intensity activities. Lastly, we have oxidative phosphorylation. Aerobically generates ATP through breaking down of glucose and fats in the presence of oxygen, sustaining long-term endurance activities. These systems work together to ensure a continuous supply of ATP to produce muscle contraction and overall exercise performance. So, what are the long term physiological adaptations to regular exercise? Let's first start with the cardiovascular adaptations. Up first, we have heart efficiency. Regular exercise increases stroke volume, meaning that the heart pumps more blood per beat. This reduces the heart's workload and lowers heart rate and blood pressure by reducing stress hormones. Next, we have capillarization. Exercise promotes the growth of more capillaries in muscles, enhancing oxygen extraction and energy production. With that in mind, let's now move on to the respiratory adaptations. Up first, we have lung capacity. Exercise improves lung capacity and efficiency, allowing muscles to need less oxygen, which enhances breathing efficiency, especially beneficial for those with lung conditions. Next, we have ventilatory threshold. Endurance training raises the ventilatory threshold, allowing for sustained, intense activity with less respiratory strain. So now let's move on to the muscular adaptations. First up, we have muscle hypertrophy. Strength training induces muscle hypertrophy, increasing muscle size and strength through the repair and growth of muscle fibers. Next, we have mitochondrial density. Endurance training increases mitochondrial density, improving the muscle's energy production capacity. With that in mind, let's now move on to the metabolic adaptations. First up, we have enhanced energy utilization. Regular exercise enhances the ability to use fats and carbohydrates for energy, conserving glycogen stores and boosting endurance. Next, we have insulin sensitivity. Exercise improves insulin sensitivity, allowing muscles to better absorb glucose, enhancing glucose metabolism and reducing diabetes risks.
Physical exercise is a natural mood lifter. Endorphins are known as feel good chemicals in the body. When released, they interact with receptors in the brain that reduce pain or trigger positive feelings. Regular physical activity improves various cognitive abilities such as attention, memory, and executive function. It also helps prevent diseases like dementia and Alzheimer's. Studies have shown that people who engage in regular physical activities are less likely to suffer from cognitive decline or dementia later in life. Exercise strengthens the heart muscle, improves circulation, and lowers blood pressure and cholesterol levels, reducing the risk of heart disease, stroke, and other cardiovascular conditions. It also enhances insulin sensitivity, which causes lower blood sugar levels. Additionally, exercise aids in weight management, an important factor in reducing the risk of type 2 diabetes. It also offers very additional benefits for many health conditions. For hypertension, regular physical activity helps to lower blood pressure by improving the arterial function and reducing systematic inflammation. In osteoporosis, weight-bearing exercises stimulate bone formation, increasing bone density and reducing the risk of fractures. Here are some tips to start an exercise routine. 1. Start slow. Begin with manageable activities that align with your current fitness level, like a short walk or yoga session. 2. Set realistic goals. Set clear and achievable goals that motivate you to stay committed by having small milestones. 3. Find activities you enjoy. Experiment on different forms of exercise to discover activities that you enjoy. 4. Schedule regular sessions. Treat exercise as an important appointment in your daily routine. Prioritize consistency and accountability. Remember that exercise takes time and commitment, and the results begin to show through constant work. You can always join local fitness programs or have a friend join you in your fitness journey. Feel free to share your exercise experiences and continue as we continue to achieve our fitness aspirations and lead healthier, happier lives. In conclusion, knowledge about exercise physiology gives us the possibility to improve physical performance, prevent various illnesses, and enhance the quality of life generally. It's also important to know at least the basics of this subject if you want to achieve good results for training programs. We also need to realize that what happens in our body instantly due to some physical activity and what changes occur there in the long run as a result of training regularly. Don't forget to begin slowly, set achievable objectives, identify enjoyable activities, and plan regular sessions to create a workout routine that you enjoy.